Afternoon, everybody. It's about 12:53 p.m. on this Thursday. You see the title below, and we all know that with any comic book company, if you have a variety of titles, if you have a variety of titles out there, that there's no doubt this variety of titles published by one company are going to come out at different time frames throughout the month. And what I mean by that is, and what I mean by that is, um, we could basically see, we could basically see the result of the crossover, the result of 252 before we get to 252, if you know what I mean. Let me explain. You see, Sonic 248 comes out towards the end of this month for subscribers like me, and doesn't hit the stores until at least around the end of April, but mostly into May. Okay, that's understandable, right? Now, throughout the month, Mega Man and Sonic Universe come out earlier. And Sonic Universe has always had the tendency of either taking place of either spoiling things, spoiling events, or taking place after said events are still going, but still connected in some ways. Again, a prime example for anybody that wants to know is Journey to the East, which was the side story, the subplot for the Iron Dominion arc. Everybody pretty much knows that the Iron Dominion arc was over while this was still going on. Seriously, it was. I mean, and the main comic basically spoiled it for us the following month. We were still reading Journey to the East, but the main comic spoiled it for us. Now, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing. Universe has also been known to kind of spoil some things as well. And sometimes they're in time, and sometimes they're not, and sometimes they're behind the time. However, August 2013 could be a little bit more different. What I mean is this. If I'm right about the scheduling, part 2 of the crossover continues in Universe. And that's coming out in the middle of this month, basically around this time frame. Well, part 3 is in the main comic of Sonic, and that is towards the end of the month. So when you think about it, this is what could happen. Part 4, 5, and 6, okay? Part 4 is in Mega Man. Part 5 is in Universe, and Part 6 is in the main comic. Okay. Let's see if you can follow me here. Part 7 is in Mega Man. That's the beginning of June. Am I right? Am I right? Because Mega Man started already. Universe is about to start, and the main comic's about to start. So the 3 issues featured around this are about to start, and the third part is towards the end of the month into the next month. The same with the 6th part, which is at the end of May for subscribers, into June for regular customers. The same with part 9. The same with part 9, end of June into July. and then part 10, which is end of July into August. The reason I point that out, if you, well, actually, wait a minute, hold on. Let me figure this out. Again, try to follow me, because even right now, live at 12:58 as I'm doing this, I'm trying to figure this out. Part 3 is in the main comic. Part 4 is Mega Man. Part 5 is Universe. Part 6 is the main comic. Part 7 is Mega Man. Part 8 is Universe. Part 9 is the main comic. Okay. It's a 12-parter, am I right? All right. Now, it's a 12-parter, so let's see if I can figure this out right. Because if you look at this picture here, the only issue scheduled for release in August is 251. That's part of the crossover. You don't see Universal Mega Man. You don't see that. What you see, so let's figure this out. The first 3 parts of this month, or into May if you get it through the stores. Part 4, 5, and 6 are next month into June if you get in the stores. Part 7, 8, and 9 is June into July if you get into the stores, and that's part 9. Part 10, 11, 12 are July into August. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Again, follow me on this if you can. Try to figure this out. Part 12 is in the main comic. Now, Universe and Mega Man come out earlier than that. So what I'm saying is that we could end up finding out the result of 252 in the Universe comic before Part 12. In other words, Universe would be spoiling the outcome. Or would they? You see, we haven't gotten no announcement just yet of exactly what the issue for Universe in August will be. All we know is 51, 52, 53, and 54 are part of the crossover. We don't know what 55 is. You know, the same with Mega Man. We know 24 is part of the crossover. We know 25 is part of the crossover. 26 and 28. 26 and 27. We don't know what Mega Man 28 is. So the question being is, will Universe spoil the crossover, spoil 252, or will it be something completely different? I know we got a lot more ahead of us. But one has to ask themselves if perhaps Universe will Sonic Universe 55 spoil 252? Or will it be something completely different? Because you see, there's one arc that we were promised, or at least one story we were promised in issue 50, in the 50th issue of Universe, but we didn't get it. We didn't get it because Sega had to, as some people would say, butt in and say, look, we want Metal Sonic versus Shard or whatever. We want a tie-in, or at least some kind of an issue tying in with Sonic CD's 20th anniversary. So when one looks at it, either we're going to get a one-issue implage of Underground, or the beginning of a 4-issue implage for Underground, or something completely different, or we're going to get an arc or something that's going to spoil the outcome of 252 as well as the crossover. So that is the question. Do you think? So again, work with me on what I just said here. Think about that schedule. Look at the schedule and ask yourself if you think Sonic Universe 55 is going to spoil the entire 2-part at all cost storyline, or it's going to spoil the crossover. What do you think is going to happen? Because quite honestly, a lot of fans, and again, this is from experience, a lot of fans were not too happy with the fact of how Journey to the East was handled. It was basically taking place during and a little after the Iron Dominion arc, and it tied into it. They didn't like the fact that one issue, at the end of one issue, you had Sonic, Sally, and Monkey Kong heading to the east to start that arc in Sonic Universe. And then at the end of the following issue, in the main comic that is, you had them coming back. And you still had at least a month or two left. At least a month or two or three left on your subplot Journey to the East story arc connected to it. And that's what pissed off a lot of fans. The fact that they were doing stuff, the fact that the main comic sort of spoiled the universe arc before that arc was done. So now the question is, will Sonic Universe spoil 252 or the outcome of 252 or the crossover? What do you think it's going to be? Because the way these comics are scheduled, from what I can tell, they all come out at separate weeks. So it makes you think what will be spoiled and what will not be spoiled. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Sonic Universe 55 will spoil the crossover, the outcome of the crossover, as well as 252? And heck, even if you want to, ask yourself this. Do you think Mega Man 28 is going to spoil the outcome of the crossover? Ask yourself that. Because you see, this is exactly what people say or point at is the problem, not just with Archie Comics, but with a lot of comic book companies. Time management. Basically, your time management is off. If you're going to coincide, if you're going to have an issue coincide with each other, or be taking place one after the other, then you need to time manage what you're going to do so that one of your future issues doesn't spoil the outcome of something else. So that's my question. Do you think Sonic Universe 55 will spoil the outcomes of 252 and the or the crossover? Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. But I'd like to hear what you guys' take would be on this. And I'll talk to you later.